welcome to the Pearly Eye Review. I'm PJ, and I wanted to do a throwback Thursday childhood movie. Since Dumbo is coming out this weekend, I'm gonna go see the new Dumbo. I wanted to give my review, my childhood review, because this is a movie I used to love when I was a little kid. And I just want to talk about the things that I remember that I liked when I was very little. Now, first time I saw Dumbo was on VHS. VHS are, for those that don't know, were like these big black things that you used to put in what you call a VCR. I can't believe there's some people that don't know what that is, believe it or not. And you pop them in. It was a tape with the film in it. And in the early 90s, when I was a toddler, they had these Disney Classic Diamond Editions VHS tapes that were coming out. They were reprints of new coming attractions and old stuff. And Dumbo was one of them. Now, at the end of this, towards the end of this review, I'm gonna do a sort of re-unboxing of. I no longer have the VHS, but I do have the DVD I got in the early 2000s when I was a teenager, because I was like, hey, I remember Dumbo. So yeah, and I got it, and I'll unbox it and show you. But anyways, I want to talk about what I remember, and what I liked about Dumbo when I was little. The opening scene. The opening scene is a riot to me with the stork. When he's looking at this very unique map that looks like a very cartoony map. And the stork looks down and is looking for the circus train, in which Dumbo's mother's on, so he can deliver Dumbo to her. So it's just him doing his gag, sitting on the clouds, and Dumbo in a blanket, wrapped up in a blanket. You don't see Dumbo yet, but he's in a blanket and he's almost falling through the clouds, and the stork has to like lift him up again because he's about to fall. When he finally finds the circus train and he delivers Dumbo to Mrs. Jumbo, he sings a happy birthday song, and it is hilarious. He goes, happy birthday, Jumbo Jr. Like that part was always funny to me. And the voice actor that did the stork was a voice actor that did a lot of stuff for Disney back in the day. Sterling Holloway. Now you're probably saying, who's Sterling Holloway? He is the OG voice actor for Winnie the Pooh before Jim Cummings took it over. Jim Cummings, I like Jim Cummings. He's a good substitute, guy that took over. But it used to be Sterling Holloway. He's no longer with us. I think he died in 92 or something like that, in the early 90s. And he also did the Cheshire Cat and Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, if you really listen to his voice and pay attention to him, he did a lot of stuff for Disney voice acting, and you'll be like, oh, okay, it's that guy. So yeah, shout out to Sterling Holloway. I really like his voice acting in the opening scene as the stork. Oh, and also Dumbo, the date Dumbo was released was in 1941. That's a long time ago. Yeah. Also, I'm looking down at my notes. Also, I liked, of course, the relationship with Dumbo and his mother. The moment she saw him, she loved him anyways. His big ears and all. She loved him, didn't care. That was her child. She was his champion. She protected him. That was his protector. She gave him that unconditional love. That's something you can't buy. I always loved that as a small child, understanding that type of love from a mom. And, it's a cartoon, but I always felt always felt that, and that is what made me emotional. I don't cry. I'm not a crier, but that I used to always feel something, get misty-eyed, with Dumbo and his mom, because their bond is unbreakable. Another favorite scene of mine, it's actually pretty weird, when Dumbo and Timothy Mouse accidentally get drunk and they start hallucinating pink elephants. It's a very strange scene, but me as a person that loves art, I think it's outstanding. It's very creative. I love it, and I'm freaked out by it. I don't know what acid trip these artists were on while animating this, but all the different colors along with the pink elephants, transitions of shapes and of different elephants. I just think it's definitely the highlight in the film. The pink elephant parade scene. Things that I liked from the original. Timothy Q. Mouse. When Dumbo's mother is taken away, and because she was trying to protect him, but there was a misunderstanding with the circus. They thought she was going mad, so they labeled her as Mad Elephant because, one of the kids that came to visit the circus was bothering Dumbo, and Dumbo's mother just took him over, bent him over and spanked him because he was pulling Dumbo's tail and making fun of his ears, and she just pulled Dumbo aside, and he went back and grabbed Dumbo to turn him around so he can continue making fun of him. So Dumbo took that bad little boy, I want to say, badass little boy, and spanked him. And people were like, oh my god, she's mad, she's crazy, and she got locked up. Alright. And Dumbo and his mom got separated because she was incarcerated. But this mouse, back to the mouse, Timothy Q. Mouse befriends him. Even though the other lady elephants don't want anything to do with. That's so horrible, mind you. Dumbo's he's not an adult. He's a baby. Good lord! And this little tiny mouse becomes his protector, just like his mom was, and becomes his best friend. And again, like his mom, his champion. And I love Timothy Q and his friendship with him. Always looked out for Dumbo. I love that when you can have a friend that looks out for you when nobody else will. Okay. Things I did not like. Now you probably gonna guess what I'm gonna say. Now see, when I was little, I didn't realize this about Dumbo. But when I got older and started doing some research about it, this problem in Dumbo really made me kind of stop liking it as much as I did, and I really stopped me from watching it. Just giving it a rest once in a while. I haven't watched it in years, but once in a while I used to pull it out and just watch it. But that didn't sound right. I said pull out. Okay, that's weird. I don't have anything to pull out. Anyway. Okay, my weird mind. Yeah, I would, the VHS, I wouldn't, not the VHS, by that time I was a teenager, the DVD, yeah, you probably guessed it, The Crows. Oh man, now you're probably saying, stop overreacting, stop being sensitive, it's just a cartoon. No, it's not. The thing I don't like about the 1949 movie is the 1941 movie is that the hypocrisy in this film. Now, this is a film that the main theme is accept people for who they are, no matter how different they look or how you think they look different. Now, you're on the side in a shady way, backhandedly telling little kids, hey, love people and accept them for who they are, and you got these stereotypical crows making fun of black people. And I'm not supposed to feel some kind of way. Now, for people that might say, I still don't see what the big deal is. The main crow, the little crow gangster group, the main crow, the one that does all the talking, his name is Jim Crow. Now, you can't tell me I shouldn't be pissed off. Yeah, when I found that out and realized, who were they making fun of and what those crows represented, I started looking at Dumbo a whole different kind of way. I mean, I was pissed. Man. And it's crazy. Even if my mom had realized it, and my mom she is up there in age. And I told her about it, she looked at it, she was stone faced like, oh crap. She would have snatched that freaking videotape down like, yeah, I ain't watching this no more. Like, yeah, but it's just, yeah. That's a main thing I don't like about, I'm looking down at my notes about this here. It hurt because I love Dumbo, and it really, like, I always admired Dumbo because it was always about trying to find your place in the world, even though you're different. But then you have the movies contradicting itself with these freaking crows, making fun of, people because of, different race of people because of their skin color. That makes no sense. And I want to talk a little bit about the new Dumbo that I will see. I hope they don't have the crows in this new one. Looks like they don't have them. I hope Tim Burton keep the middle ground with this, because I love Tim Burton. I'm a fan of his. But Tim Burton gets a little too crazy as of late with his other films. He hasn't had a hit in a while, and he just goes off the rails sometimes, and it's just like, please stay on the main course, please keep it in the middle. Nothing wrong with being quirky, a little bit, goth, but don't overdo it. He has a style about him. I love the style of his movies. He always has a certain look to his movies, but don't get too crazy with it. I'm a little disappointed. You see a mouse in this, but I don't know if it's Timothy Q. Mouse, and I don't know if the mouse will be able to talk. I think the support system with Dumbo's mother is being taken away in this new film. It seems to be replaced by the circus people and the two kids. This little girl and this little boy. I think if I'm not mistaken, from what I get from it, I think they lost their mother, and so now Dumbo's mother's been taken away. They kind of relate to him, so they look out for Dumbo. But what I hope is, it seems that the humans are more present in this version. They weren't really present in the original one. I hope that they don't force, especially if the human characters are not that interesting and they're boring. I hope they don't try to beat our head with these human characters that are just so uninteresting, and try and put Dumbo in the background. The movie's called Dumbo. Please don't put your main character in a corner. He should be in the forefront, and the human should be his support system. Yeah. Don't try and force spoon feed us these human characters, especially them little kids in the new one, if they're just annoying and boring. And also lastly about the new one, I hope that it appears that they definitely have that in this new one, that they keep the relationship with him and his mom in this new one, just the unconditional love, and they have that, they show that. So quickly, here's the DVD I got back in the early 2000s from this place. Look at that. from that place that does not exist anymore. So this is, I'm gonna hold it right here. This is the DVD. So I'm gonna unbox this. I haven't seen this freaking dust and crap. That's how long I haven't watched this. Dust flickering all over the freaking place. So this is the box slip cover. Remember these? Everybody's streaming now, so what's a DVD? It's getting to that point. Yeah, but I like to still have my hard copies. Now I'm on Blu-ray. But this is a DVD. Okay. Let's open this. There's the disc. One disc. I think, yeah. And this is a booklet. I don't remember what's in that booklet. And what is this? This is the menu. The scene selections. It tells you the different scenes. So that's that. Let's go back to this little book. Matching game. Wow. I'm looking at how I open. I didn't even open. Oh my god, I never opened this. Look, I can't. It's taped. Let me see if I can. Wow, I never opened this. Watched the movie and never cared about this. Because, I mean, by the time I got it, I was a teenager. I ain't give a crap about this. This is for little kids. This stuff, right? Oh! It's cards. A card game. Well, it says match game. Okay, well. And that's what's in this little booklet that comes with the DVD. Alright, okay. That's how it looks. Alright, yeah. So that's my re-unbox. Well, I guess I'm glad I did it because I never opened the booklet. Yeah, so that is the Dumbo DVD. I'm going to put it back in the slipcover. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably sit down and watch this. I don't know if I'll watch it before I go see the new one. I'll probably watch it after, because I have not seen this in a long time. So yeah, my overall thoughts, how I feel about it. I think the last time I saw it, I just skipped over the scenes with the crows and just watched the overall film. I like it because it's a very heartfelt film in some parts. It's just when you try to focus more on Dumbo and what he's going through, that's what I try to think about. It's a pretty good film. It's very short. How many minutes is this? 64 minutes. That's a very short film. 64 minutes. Yeah. So yeah. I want to say show this to your kids, but explaining them about them crows and what they represent. Don't have your kids doing that. Well, I never seen an elephant there. Just please stop. Don't do that. Oh God, it's so annoying. But anyways, I mean, it's a good film. Just tell them, you know, your kids, even though they're making fun of, black people, just still try to remember the main thing, stay on course. Please accept people for who they are. Yeah. Yeah, but whatever. I never want to tell somebody how to raise their kids, but please raise them to at least be decent people. Whatever. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good film. But be careful of just, how you present it to you. I'm still doing it, but just be mindful. That's all. I still like it, but yeah, there's always that thing in the back of my head about this movie. But overall, I just try to remember how much I loved it so much when I was little. And it does have a special place in my heart. So that is my childhood uh, Thursday Throwback Childhood. I forgot the title of the thing I called it. Throwback Thursday Childhood Movie, Dumbo. 1949, but when I watched it, it was 1990, I believe, on the Diamond Edition Disney Classic Movies. And later on, I got the DVD version of it. So yeah, my thoughts now. I like it, but still kind of iffy about it. But when I was a child, I loved this film. But okay, what do you think? Was Dumbo a childhood favorite of yours, and do you still feel the same about it? Do you feel differently about it? Are you looking forward to the new Dumbo that's coming out this Friday, directed by Tim Burton, starring Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton, and Colin Farrell? All right. Give a like and subscribe, please. And yeah, did you guys see my Dumbo painting? I painted Dumbo. I do paint. Let's see. See if I can get close. My Dumbo painting in honor of the new film. Alright. And that's my throwback review. Thanks.